afternoon everyone, I'm Alison Thompson and today I'm joined by Peter Fitzsimon. Peter is an accomplished author, former radio presenter, journalist for the Sydney Morning Herald and ex-Australian Wallabies player. Above all, Peter is a renowned and respected communicator.
It sort of just happened. I think a lot of those sort of things, you're sort of moseying along, paddling along on the river of life when a current suddenly takes you to a certain course and you find the swimming easier and more exhilarating somehow or other. And I was doing all kinds of things when I left university. I did an arts degree at Sydney University, I was playing rugby and I was doing this and I was doing that, and I tried a couple of small businesses which didn't work, and I tried labouring, which was hard work. And anyway, there came a day when I was 25 years old that I first got published in the Sydney Morning Herald, and from that moment on I just loved it. Who was it that said, I think somebody said a good newspaper, I think it was, I may be misquoting, somebody said a good newspaper is a city talking to itself. Mm-hmm. Good talkback radio is a city talking to each other. There's some sections of the media that will whip something up to be way more than it actually is in an effort to lift circulation or ratings. At the moment, I am standing accused of exactly that. If you look in today's Daily Telegraph, I'll say first, I don't spend much time wondering about the role of the media.
Yeah.
I don't know what I say this. You're asking me these questions and I'll do my best to answer them. But in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, I do not stare at the cracks in the ceiling wondering about the role of the media. I wonder about my next column, my next chapter, my next radio or TV thing. That's what I sort of focus on. So the holistic stuff takes care of itself. But yes, as to regulation, absolutely. You can't, for example, we come into these anti-vilification laws that are under attack at the moment. Now, I passionately believe that those anti-vilification laws are simply the rules of the playground. If one is going to say, kill all Lebanese, kill all the gays, kill all the Jews, kill all the Hindus, whatever, is that free speech? Yes, that's free speech, but there's also, so that's freedom of expression, that has to be balanced by freedom from oppression. Oh yeah, I mean, look, I was sued last year by, what I write with fair confidence that I won't lose my house. So I passionately felt last year that the whole Waterhouse gambling thing was out of control, that I couldn't turn on a rugby league broadcast or any sports broadcast for that matter without seeing Tom Waterhouse telling me, to bet on this and bet on that. And for me, it was just scandalous. If I had a source on a story that had told me important stuff and I'd guaranteed that source anonymity, I actually would go to jail before I'd reveal that source. That is the journalistic tradition. It's a very proud tradition that we protect our sources, because otherwise, if the sanctity of that anonymity was not observed, it actually works to the detriment of society, because other people would not want to come forward for fear they'd be exposed. But the trust that a source places in a journalist to give, if you like, anonymous briefings. I mean, the most obvious example of all is, of course, Watergate with Deep Throat. Deep Throat was able to, tell all of what was happening at the corruption within the Nixon administration, and America was a better place for it. Now, had Woodward and Bernstein exposed who it was that had told them that, well, other whistleblowers would not have come forward. Look, we are met at a time where about 2 weeks since, I think 2 or 3 weeks since Charlotte Dawson took her life. Now, she was a 47-year-old Kiwi woman living in Australia for a long time, and she famously was very troubled by social media and Twitter and people, when it came out that she'd tragically taken her life. Tweets had come, why don't you go hang yourself and stuff like that. Now, for her, clearly that was a problem. For me, I occasionally get flurries of that stuff. I just turn it off.
That's good. Okay, so we might wrap it up there. You've certainly given us a lot to think about. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. I had a lovely time at my place.